and then came rocking at the end of the 60s. What we call outlaw rock today came from the outlaws, from the gangs, and from Vietnam veterans who came home from Vietnam, and they were still young, babies in the eyes of many, because they were 18, 19 years old, coming home, from a horrific war. And so these guys were kind of crazy, because sometimes they would battle, and sometimes they make believe they're shooting you, or bazooka, hand grenades, all that kind of stuff, shooting, slicing. But one day,
what we're gonna do right here is go back, way back into time.
Shotgun, an unstructured, American novelty or fad singular or couple dance in vogue in the 1960s. In 1965, Junior Walker and the All-Stars sang and recorded The Shotgun. Its eponymous dance movements, which attempted to imitate a shotgun through pantomime, came into vogue. The shotgun is a dance. There were many dance crazes in the 1960s, and two of them are mentioned in the lyrics: the jerk, do the jerk, baby, and the twine, it's twine time. This was the first hit for Junior Walker and the All-Stars, who were signed to the Motown label. Walker, whose real name was Autry DeWalt, was a saxophone player who made his vocal debut on this song. Walker recorded the vocals because the singer who was assigned to the session didn't show up.
This is the shotgun.
Uprock, a soulful, competitive street dance using the rhythms of soul and funk music. The dance consists of foot shuffles, spins, turns, freestyle movements, sudden body movements called jerks, and hand gestures called burns. Nearly every early breaker from the Bronx associates the inception of the dance with this burning phenomenon. Before we called it breaking, it was known as going off or burning, explains pioneering breaker and aerosol artist Phase 2, Hager 1984. It was all about taking a guy out, burning him. The big phrase was, "I'm going to turn this party out." More than a formulaic dance with a set technique or structure, burning was a kinesthetic concept dictated by originality, musicality, wit, and competition. A dancer might put a more unique twist on a popular step, act out a humiliating insult, or drop to the floor and come back up with their hand in an opponent's face. Whether they felt aggrieved or simply wanted to test their skills against a peer, crowds would gather as dancers dueled in such exchanges. In turn, burning set the stage for what would later become known as battling in breaking, the competitive displays which many argue are at the core of the form's aesthetic development.
And before you know it, you had all these crews coming out. It wasn't no break dancing this, no. It was called rock. Why? Because the dance itself emerged from Uprock, which is the dance that people used to do back in the day. You know, we used to diss each other, do the little turnaround thing, you know. You flip your man, you got a shotgun, you shoot the guy. It was almost like fighting without the violence. So, if you ask me about the history of Top Rock or Uprock, I'm not going to give you that much information. I got people older than I who could tell you how that formulated. I'm talking about the history of the Bronx Boys Rocking Crew. And
about this on the way over here because the first time I saw it was in the gang clubhouse of the Royal Javelins, and it was the Vietnam veterans making stabbing motions, machine guns. Mm-hmm. You know, they were simulating a battle like if they were on the front lines of Vietnam, bro. That's the way I first saw this kind of outlaw.
What year? What year was
that was in 1969.
Oh, 69 is before
69, yeah. That was in 69 because I was 13 years old. And that was the first time I went to their clubhouse.
And back then, everybody had like little clubhouse and they had DJs.
All the gangs had basement clubs.
Basement clubhouse.
Yes,
Right.
and the one I was in was the one on Vice Avenue, which was from the main division of the Royal Javelins, Rubin's division. Okay, that's where I first saw it at. You know, because they had all the guys too, and they were Vietnam vets.
You know, and again, I didn't have to go outside of my house to actually see what was happening in the street because it was being brought to my house.
So let's define it a little bit. So, okay, when you say rock, so then, you know, when you see Will Estrada, when you see Enoch, when you see Frank Rojas, and then you see the Brooklyn guys, like, is everyone doing a mixture of burning with the freestyle steps, or are you just talking about the freestyle steps?
No, with me, it's always been burning. That was in the house. That's that burn to get burned, the jester, the dick, the knife, the cutting off, all of that shit was first for me in my living room.
And was this with the freestyle steps, or is this just it's already kind of been on its own type of thing?
Well, when it comes to that freestyle steps that you see Papo Rojas do, that wasn't prevalent. There's something that I never seen because that was basically indoors clubs that I wasn't allowed to be a part of. I knew there was a club right around the corner from me where they used to, you know, do that style of dancing, and it was called the Blinkers.
Blinkers,
like a nursery school, you know. That's on Tremont Avenue, in between Bathgate and Washington Avenue on Tremont. They had a club there, a social club there called Blinkers. But their style of dancing, I think it was more like what Papo Rojas was doing.
Right. Was that considered rock? Was that so? Was it like so? When you said rock, was it different from when they said rock? Like, or was it like all within the same thing? Or
I don't know. I never heard that freestyle style dancing that you see Papo Rojas do. I never knew that as rock. It's always been for me a freestyle dance.
Okay.
And what I'm saying, I'm used to that outlaw style called rock.
Okay.
That freestyle dance for me is not rock. It's just freestyle dance that captures that time and point. You know, so when you see Papo do that, they're more performance dancers. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah. We have Frank Rojas right here.
There? Okay.
Yeah. So that's what I'm saying. So this was different from what you like considered rock. But would Willie and them consider this rock?
I'm not sure because I can't speak on what was happening at their time. I'm just telling you what I witnessed and been a part of. That style I didn't see.
Okay.
That right there, that shit look like the Menudos. You know what I'm saying? Right. I understand that. And if that was the rock they was doing, so be it. But it wasn't prevalent to my view and my generation's view.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Because
I never saw that neither.
You know what I'm saying?
So that's why I'm saying, like, that's why we gotta start the combo with this, is like, because like they consider this rock. Maybe some people call it freestyle rock.
Yeah.
We just want for the conversation's sake to get context, because then, you know what I mean? So that way we have to set up the arena before we go in. We have to make sure that we're all defining the same things.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah. We're all agreeing upon, like, okay, so this is not what you saw. You saw more outlaw influence type dance.
Even when we started creating crew
dance too, obviously it's pretty different what's going down today. And you're saying you guys danced before rocking the parties already. Then, how would you describe the style of 1973 or even earlier than that?
It was a lot more of the dancing too, because there was a thing called burning people, which they still do now. You see the guys when they do their little dance, they jump up there, they crash their face and walk, whatever. That came from the burning style, you know. So you can see the evolution of the dance. When
show up the other guy, you dance with the guy or girl, and you show them up. You don't get on the floor just to be dancing. You know, you got a crowd around you, everybody's looking at you, and you doing your thing. You know what I mean?
People will crowd around you.
Yeah, you would drop down to the floor, come up, put the hands in their face or whatever, trying to make the other person look bad.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. And y'all called that burning.
Yeah.
I burnt them.
Yeah, we'll laugh at you got burnt. That's
we'll
all laugh at you.
Wow.
Yeah, so you know if a guy dance good, you know, he gets in your circle, he wants to dance, you either walk away, you dance with him and take the L, you know what I mean?
Right.
Yeah, you know what I mean?
So this is what was going on in 73.
Yeah.
Punching, you know? They come in there like this, you know, like trying to tempt you, going close to your face, you know? That's supposed to be a dance, but
instead of fighting, we would just get with the dancing. And sometimes it was like, you know, like in the old times, meet me under the bridge at 12 o'clock, and we'd be there to battle.
Sometimes the warlords of each gang would come and start this dance. And if they wanted to go to war, all you had to do was grab his hat, throw it on the floor, step on it, all while you're dancing, and turn around and fly your colors. And it's on. The name of the game was basically to humiliate your partner. Humiliate him, dance better than him.
Almost like a rumble. It was like a rumble, like with a gang, you dissed my woman, or you stepped on my sneaker, because that was a big thing back then. You don't step on nobody's sneakers.
especially the Adidas, man. You step on my Adidas, it's on. We fighting. We ain't even gonna battle. We fighting. But time has changed. You step on somebody's sneaker and they say, "Yo, I'm sorry. excuse me."
You're not a friend anymore when the music drops. We could say hi.
Right.
You look at him now, you said, no, you couldn't have been doing that back then.
Right. I mean, that's what I'm saying. Like, y'all was all teenagers basically catering, throwing parties for teenagers.
Right.
Right. All right. So, D, you were saying something about dances like riding a horse or something like that?
Yeah, some dancing. Yeah, I mean, some movies doing when you go like this and you put your hand, but you hopping at the same time.
Like you on a horse?
Yeah, you on a horse and shit. I never remember doing that with the, and you stomping wearing the engineer boots. So you're making noise and shit.
Right.
Yeah.
So was it just here y'all was having jam?
When I came in, because that's strictly b-boying. I wasn't confused when I started. I knew exactly what the fuck I wanted to do. And I saw Rocky in 78, 79, 80 because Kid Terrific, Marky D, rest in peace, Midnight Rockers from 82nd Street. You know, it was groups like this that people rocked, you know, and they stayed on top. And you could tell the dude was riding a horse, do the lasso, you know, pull out a gun or a bow and arrow, you know. I saw these things, but they weren't, I didn't be like, yeah, I want to do that. When I saw breaking, I wanted to do that because I was a kid and it was like a dare. Like, you ever play in the streets, like, yo,